This is Scratch Your Own Itch, the one show that delivers the conversations that we're afraid to share, but need to. This show is all about creating a life worth living. I'm Logan Tyler Nelson, and I'm your host. So, you're going to hear conversations with creators and entrepreneurs talk about what they do, their current and past traumas, how they became who they are, and what they are truly curious about. This is the show where we talk about the things we think about a lot, but need to talk about more. Please take note that this show is not a substitute for actually creating a life worth living, because this show will stir your beliefs, make you question what it means to create a life worth living. So my promise to you is to always give you one question to answer for yourself today to start turning your dreams into a reality. Hey ladies and gents, so I'm doing a solo episode this week, and I love doing these because it really, I think, gives an insider look on someone's mind and what they're thinking about. It's like you read a good book, you don't really read it because you always want to know some new fact. You sometimes just read it because you want someone else to have similar thoughts to you, to feel less alone, to be like, wow, yeah, I think that stuff too, or gosh, I've gone through that too, you know? I think a lot of people actually see theater and they see movies not to see these heroes, but to see themselves inside that story. So that's why I love these little mini-sodes. Anyways, I really want to talk about something about short little sprints. Something that I think is so important. Because it's the way we actually operated better as cavemen and our ancestors. If you look back, to really focus on something for a very long time was very hard. I mean, focus nowadays, to be really good at it, is really, really tough. I'm not gonna lie. But if there's maybe a part of your life where you are able to focus really hard on that thing, like that piece of art that you're working on, or maybe it's communicating with people. Like maybe you can talk to people for hours without really feeling super exhausted. Or maybe it's working out, or maybe it's having the ability to look for this answer that you know is just impossible to actually solve. I think that's a really good insider in what you should follow, what you should actually try to do more of. And I know for me, for example, I'm not gonna lie to you, I listen to at least 2 hours of podcasts a day. No joke, a day. And so I didn't start there though. I first started listening in 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and then 20 minutes, and then, if you're listening to this, you're probably a huge fan of podcasts, but it goes for other things too. Where can I implement short sprints in my life? Some sort of habit that I'd really like to take up, that I know that, if I looked back at it, I would go, wow, I'm so happy I did that. Just little short sprints. Maybe there are areas where you can focus a lot, but you have other areas where you want to get good at. And some people say double down on your strengths. I think that's limiting you as a human being. As a human being, we have the ability to learn anything you want. And so that's pretty cool. If you can learn anything, that means that it does come down to being really specific about who you want to learn it from, though. So I think where I want to round this out and not keep this too long is really ask you 3 questions. And really, I invite you to, after you listen to it, to hit the record button on your own phone and just riff about it. Even if you don't feel like it's the right time right now, I want you to really take out your phone for me and just record about answering these 3 questions. So the first question is this: where can I start taking short sprints? A short sprint could be writing 5 minutes when you know you want to write a book. A short sprint could be sending appreciation letters to 5 people because you want to grow your network. A short sprint could be just getting to the gym, just standing there, just getting inside, not really doing anything there, but just standing there. That could be a short sprint. And maybe you'll actually work out. Okay, and then the next question is, where is an area, like a habit, where you think you really want to grow in? Is it writing? Is it making more friends, building your network? Is it working on your career? Or is it maybe cultivating your influence that you're already working on? So sending messages back to people that are messaging you. And the third question I would really love for you to answer is, where are you grateful? What part of your life are you grateful? Because I know for a fact that anxiety and being grateful cannot live in the same spot. I know for a fact that being grateful and being unhappy and depressed cannot exist in the same environment inside your head, which is pretty awesome. So, please take 5 minutes to do this. Do this little exercise. And if you don't do it, cool. Just know who you're losing out on. Yourself. And I'm not even kidding when I say that. Just know that you're losing out on yourself. That's it. I say warning at the beginning of this show. This is not a substitute to create your own life by just listening to this show. No, you need to create a life worth living by actually taking certain executions in life. And maybe it doesn't happen like the minute after you listen to it, but it's on your calendar for tomorrow. And you set a reminder. You know you'll get it done. Program into your subconscious, it'll happen. Anyways, guys, don't ever forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another episode. And also, connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm over there a lot now. That's where I'm mainly at. And Instagram too, but mostly LinkedIn. Don't ever forget, you matter and you're enough. Hey, did you forget? You matter and you're enough. Don't ever let someone pretend or treat you in a way where you don't believe that.
There'll be girls across the nation that'll eat this up. They don't know that it's your soul, but could you bottle it up? Get down to the heart of it. No, it's my heart. Your shit out of your luck. Don't make me tell you again. Woo! Love, love, love. Hey. Love, 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 love.
Oh, wow. You made it to the very end of the show. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Scratch Your Own Itch with your host, Logan Tyler Nelson. To make it to the end, gosh, that doesn't happen very much nowadays. I mean, especially with the constant distraction. So, I appreciate all of the efforts that you just took out of your day to make it to the end. And if you hit that subscribe button and leave a review, you would have no idea what that would mean to me. So thank you so much for taking the time to hit that subscribe button. And if you leave a review, check it out. Just screenshot it, send it to me, and I'd love to host your review out on the show. But don't ever forget, like I say, you matter and you're enough.
I'm rapping. Love is the main reason for how all this happened. Love for all my fans, love for all the shows. Got love for all my memories, no matter where I go. Even if I'm out to nothing, I know there's always something. It's not a fitness test, but it'll always